Problems, they're always gonna be there, right? Wherever you are in your life, you'll never stop having problems, right? That's just really thinking, with too much leeway. And let's be honest, none of us deserves to not have any problems, right? Because as you know, people are nice, okay? People are good people. Some people are good, some people are bad. But it's a lot more complicated than that, right? Because shitty people are shallow people, but there are complex people, right? People who have depth to their character. And if you're one of those people, you probably understood by now problems aren't gonna go. I don't mean in a sense where a single problem you have right now isn't just ever gonna disappear, right? Of course, you are capable enough of solving it, right? You know this, right? You know this better than I do, of how capable you are, basically, at solving problems. But you also should be humble enough to know that there won't be a time where you won't have enough problems, right? The severity or the strength of your problems can be lowered down, right? You can go from I have nothing to eat tomorrow to oh, I can eat tomorrow, but I'm not getting enough nutrition from the food I'm getting to eat. That's still gonna be a problem, but it's a lesser problem than the one you had before. And it's all about perspective at the end of the day, right? Because one problem can seem really big to someone, and then for someone else it's just not that big of a deal, right? Let me tell you about this one time. I watched this YouTube short. Of course, I watch a lot of them, but there was this one where this guy was asking this Indian vendor on how many friends he has and shit, and he was like zero. And a dude was just like, yeah, how do you communicate your feelings and shit then? And he's like, I don't feel the need to. Now for some people, if they don't communicate their feelings and shit, they'll end up ing themselves. And some people just deal with it well. Now does it mean that like that person is pathetic compared to this person? Of course not. And people are different, people have different wants, people have different traumas, people have different things they need and different things they think they need. And the thing is, you gotta figure out how you're gonna be able to keep yourself active and chill throughout all of these problems, right? Now, for me, I'm 16 years old. I don't have to be worrying about my kids' school fees yet, right? But one day that problem is gonna come, hopefully, right? I hope for that problem to come. Well, no. Well, not worry about it, but like at least know that I gotta pay my kids' school fees. I want that, because that means I have a kid. But anyways, on a serious note, you gotta learn how to take care of yourself in a sense where you don't let yourself, fall victim to rage if your problems get too big, because rage doesn't solve anything, let's be honest. I used to be of this opinion that, if I'm angry, more adrenaline will pump and, I'll get it done more effectively. No, your anger just makes you think that you're doing stuff more effectively, because essentially you aren't working, your brain's working, and it's not working in the right direction. It's working in the direction of anger. And anger is always misdirected because you should be able to suppress it, right? Anyway, you have to do it out of love, right? I talked about this before. And you have to find out what exactly it is that calms you down, right? For me, making YouTube videos, big calm down. And of course, everyone has their own thing, their own ikigai. So yeah, figure it out, man. And you have a lot of time, right? Don't make anyone think that you've just run out of time and there's nothing left. Like, oh, I am 20 and have done nothing with my life. Whatever will I do? And it's just pointless hopelessness. And we don't want that, do we? We actually want to be someone. We actually want to make something of our lives. We actually want to be like a blessing to people. To be so good that people are actually thankful we're in their lives. Right? We got to make people happy and stuff, And you got to do it with a smile on your face. Because there won't be a time where there won't be a reason for you not to be, like, miserable, right? There's always going to be a reason for you to be miserable. I think I messed up in my sentence, the previous one. What I mean is, there won't be a time where everything is perfectly peaceful and there is nothing that's going to upset you, right? There's always going to be a thing that will upset you about your life, okay? Now, how much do you let it affect you? That's on you, right? Because I've bet my phone over a stupid game of chess, right? And that's stupid, and that happened, and I'm kind of upset at myself that happened, because I bet my phone for a stupid game of chess, right? But the point is, you have to find out, and you have to apply, and you have to start being happier, because happiness is a choice at the end of the day. You can be happy when you're like here, you can be happy when you're like here. Doesn't matter, right? You gotta have some heart. And when you have heart, it's really sad. It's really difficult for people to, upset you, because you have heart. You're empathetic. There's whenever someone tries to rage bait me now, I just say, love thy neighbors. I say, that's a cool quote. I'm pretty sure it's from the Bible, but whatever. See, this is the thing about religious books as well. It's like, there's the most widely accepted religions, right? The oldest books of these religions, they'll always have good moral values, despite, people of various religions hating other religions for no reason. The fundamentals are practically similar. And when you get into the specifics of like, oh, don't eat beef, don't eat pork, then it's like a bit controversial, but it's still not that big of a deal, right? People just, want to make up their own problems, because sometimes life isn't fun. People want to create drama, and then they want to act like their life is shit for no reason when they're the ones who clearly invited the reason in. And you have to stop that as well from happening to yourself, from you doing it to yourself, right? Don't invite drama in your life just because you're bored, because it's not going to help. The most that it'll do is just upset you, and you will be entertained, but like, are you really that shallow of a human being where you need drama to even live? Like, why can't you just be peaceful? Why can't you accept being bored? You ever ask yourself that? Maybe you should. And there will always be problems. You'll just get better at dealing with them, and you'll figure it out, man. You'll figure it out. And with the internet, there's just countless videos, countless tweets, countless research papers on how to fix several problems, most of your problems, right? Even if you have like a really specific question, there's gonna be some guy on Reddit from like 15 years ago who's answered that exact question. So yeah, good luck. And always remember, your company matters the most. So make good friends, and know that times will get rough. Times will get rough between you and your people, between you and your family, you and your spouse, you and your girlfriend, boyfriend, you and your son, your daughter, whatever it is. Times will get rough. There will be times where you want to hate each other. But you just got to know that you love, and they got to know that they love, right? Because the value of love is more than anything in the whole world. And that's something that you just shouldn't give up. It's just impractical to give up on love. So yeah, just take care of yourself and just deal with it. Good night.